just shiny. Oh, I love it.
That's gonna be good.
So many beautiful rocks. That's a nice thing to find on my way out. Hi everybody, it's Kate from KatyDid. We are racing up Judith Peak. In front of us is Theo Kellison and his wife Alexis. We are going to be hunting Montana diamonds, smoky quartz crystals. Let's go. So this is porphyry, and it degrades into this real thin gravel stuff. And inside the porphyry, you can see, are these diamonds here. They're not really diamonds, they're smoky quartz. They're very cool stuff. So Theo has just found some loose ones so that I know what I'm looking for. They are all covered with this porphyry, but he says that the little Dremel tool will clean them up really well. Here, let me zoom in there.
There we go.
Nice. Okay, now I'm gonna find some. Just like that one. Look at that. You see they're double terminated and the perfect shape. That one's a pretty nice one. And my very first. Hooray! All those little black spots are Montana diamonds. They're actually smoky quartz crystals. We call them Montana black diamonds because they're perfectly diamond shaped. But sometimes you find them and they're perfectly diamond shaped on one side and flat on the other side. That's because the faces are weathered away on the porphyry here. So that's kind of cool actually to find the ones that are flat on one side. They're already shiny. All right, let's keep looking. Okay, so if you find stuff that has porphyry around it, that looks like it's a whole crystal, because some of those are still pretty broken. Right? So if you find one that looks like a whole crystal that you think you can get out, we've got the tools now. We didn't last year, so we can do that. But I would prefer to find them that are mostly already cleaned. Right. So yes, pick them up. If you think they're pretty, pick them up. That's my bottom line. Here's a nice half one. Did you find one? I found one that's almost perfect. Oh yeah, that's going to be really nice. Jim is going to work on getting rid of some of this porphyry and just digging out these ones that are in the rock, which probably is a more tedious but more efficient way of getting whole crystals. And Jim likes to do that kind of thing. Jim just found this little beauty. It is hexagonal. It has two flat sides. And it is smoky quartz. Now this would normally have, if it were a Montana diamond, it would have a double termination on both sides here. Nevertheless, this is a very cool crystal. Jim and I just had simultaneous finds. Mine's bigger. Well, it's probably bigger because of the porphyry though. They're probably just like the same. So you can see how much porphyry is still on there, but if you are patient enough to clean it off, they really turn out cool. And guess what? I have Mr. Patience right here. Look at us, Mr. Patience. So as you are starting to, as I am starting to figure out what I'm looking for, you can start to spot these, just like any other kind of thing. This really doesn't look like much, does it? But when we get them cleaned up, I bet they're going to be super cool.
Sitting on the mother load.
Jim appears to be really good at this kind of thing. He just found this huge smoky quartz crystal, just big, big, big. And he's got another one here. Ooh. And another one here. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. It doesn't look like much, does it? But this is a nice big chunker too. Chunker is a very relative term apparently, because this would not even be a pebble on the Yellowstone. But I'm happy. Well, this is either a big piece of nothing or a very big crystal. You can see it's inside the porphyry there, and it looks like it's got quartzy stuff here, so we're just not sure what it is. But that's okay. We don't mind that. Jim just brought this up. Look at this. I can't even get it here. Look at the size of this thing. It is a very nice crystal.
I chiseled it out of the rock.
You chiseled it out of the rock face. That is very cool. How big is that, I wonder? Looks like maybe there's, yeah, it's hard to tell. I wish I'd been filming when Jim found this, because he was the very definition of crowing. But look at that. I think that one just needs to get cleaned up and left in the matrix, because it just looks so spectacular. Wouldn't it be cool if this was a giant black diamond? It's not, though. Here we have the wild Theo Kellison in his native habitat. We have to be very quiet or we might disturb him. I've heard that Theos can be very, very dangerous. I'm up top now, and this piece of porphyry has some regular quartz crystals in it, or maybe just like slightly smoky, as opposed to the really dark ones. And you can see the porphyry is a different color as well. I don't know if that's related or not, but it's pretty cool. If you're enjoying this video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Likes, comments, and shares also help this channel grow. I'm up higher on the cliff face, just looking at the scree here, and look what I found. Isn't that cool? Those are both double terminated in the matrix. Looks like there's another partial one there. That's really fun. Once again, we sneak up on the wild Theo. See his natural camouflage. You can barely recognize him. I hope he doesn't see us. He may attack. Theo and I are sitting in a pile of rocks, just like a kid in a sandbox. And we don't know what it is exactly, but we're up at the top of the mountain and we've got some really beautiful chunks that are coming up. Theo's found some smoky quartz crystals, so I'm just kind of looking at the rocks and seeing if I can find something interesting. Just like this one. See, that's some smoky quartz crystals right there. I don't know how useful they would be, but it's cool to find. Alright, so let's see if that is anything that we care about. So, it looks like there's actually like smoky quartz crystals, teeny tiny little ones inside there, which isn't really anything we care about, but it's kind of cool to see. We could keep this one just to have a specimen.
What are you going to do with it?
Display it.
In our museum?
Let's see if we can just zoom in. Zoom in on this, eh? That's pretty. Okay, let's break some more. See, it's something. So this is a piece of smoky quartz that does not have double terminated crystals, and it does have some nice crystal forms. I'm sitting here on this pile of rocks and trying to get Jim to break open some rocks, but he doesn't think that's very exciting. So we're going to go down to the crystal seam the quartz seam that we know where it is, and see if he can get a chunk of that. I'm going to take this with me though, because I like it. We are by a big seam of smoky quartz, and a lot of it has fallen out of the ground, onto the ground already. But Jim is really itching to do some more digging, so I'm going to find him a chunk that is bigger than this. We filmed this the last time we were here as well. It's this big smoky quartz vein that goes right up into the mountain. And Jim's been itching to do some excavating. So I told him I'd find him a piece that he could cut. So here we go. Meanwhile, I'm picking up stuff that's fallen off the wall. Some really nice specimens. This one has like this crystal spike. Can you see that?
Oh man.
It's so cool.
And I found these little crystals. And we just got here.
Oh, look at it shiny. Oh, I love it.
That's gonna be good. Did they decide they're done? Of course.
This is a chunk that Jim just pulled out of there. This is just a little one, he says, that he's gotten out of there. He's working on getting
This one.
this big piece here. I pointed him toward this littler one on the bottom because I thought it would be easier, but you know, he is the miner, so he gets to choose what he's doing. Oh, that is nice. That is so nice.
Some nice dark pieces in that.
That's very cool. What are you going to do with that, Jim?
Well, I'm not doing anything with it. It's yours.
Oh, why? Thank you.
It's my gift to my honey.
Theo and Alexis just found this little vein of what's called common opal and some beautiful smoky quartz on top of it. So many treasures. So many beautiful rocks.
Oh, I was gonna...
We saw some folks on the road who had a whole bunch of gray double terminated crystals, Montana diamonds. And so I wanted to come and look. This is a different kind of rock than the porphyry that we were digging them in earlier. It's less grainy. And so I thought perhaps there would be some more Montana diamonds that weren't quite so damaged from, or at least locked into the porphyry. And I did find this one, so that's pretty cool. Here's another really nice example. These ones are completely different than the black ones. They're kind of gray and more solid, but they're also not locked in the porphyry. So that's good to know. Is this another one? Or is it just a rock? I think it's just a rock.
Water?
Well, that was another awesome day. I really enjoyed myself, and I think Theo did too.
Yeah, I was kind of losing it a little bit.
Thanks for joining us. This is Kate from KatyDid.
Keep on doing.
Keep on doing.
Beat you to it that time.
If you want to share in the treasures, hit up my Etsy store, KatyDidRocks. And a brand new thing, I had a lot of people asking where I got my Wait I See a Rock shirt. And while I got it as a gift, I found one just like it on Amazon. And so I have joined Amazon as an Amazon associate. I have some links below for some of the gear that I use. If you click on that link and make a purchase, I get a small percentage of that as well. So there's lots of ways you can support KatyDid, and you already did one just by being here. Thanks for coming. This is Kate from KatyDid. Keep on doing.